Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan. Welcome back to Lorder on the Formath. Last we left off, well, it had been a time, hadn't it? The undead, the legion, the humans, they have all been battling it out across the shattered realms of Lordaeron. Let's go ahead and see how it plays out. There was a undead assault on the very whole of the legion itself, the Nether. A continuing, oh god. May have actually progressed a little bit further out into the reality than I thought. The undead still stifled at the portal. Hey. Our Legion player is teleported Archimon and everything else down south to instead attack the undead where they hold the most power, here at Lordaeron Palace. This might be the last bastion of undeadedom that actually stands in Lordaeron itself. Quel'Thalas doesn't count as much because I don't think the undead actually care about it. Now, there's nothing they really get out of it. Arcurus, the Ebonhold, okay, he doesn't want to lose that, sure, I'll acknowledge. Now a full-fledged assault, and the Dark Horde, can he hold this on his own? Teal's probably thinking in his head, yeah, I held that on my own for a while, you have fun with that. I'm gonna go Lordaeron Palace, and then I'm gonna come back and maybe I'll help you. Oh, wow, even on ×1 speed, this looks like a slaughter. The Dark Horde needs to leave right now, and I don't think there's a way for him to do that. Oh, Motion Sense is about to be abandoned by his ally. It's good timing. Alright, what is this? OJ is running past, running through. Oh! And there's a Nubrak with the Impale Stun. Is it going to be enough to get a full surround? The heroes, it's close. Teal. Oh, what the heck is happening right now? Voon, the Trollmaster, has been slaughtered. The undead still trying to target down the heroes as they run away. Terran Gorfine, Kargath Bladefist, and Ren Blackhand just barely make it out, while Archimon the Defiler teleports in the back lines and starts to wreak havoc on the undead. Did he take out Lordaeron Capital before he died? He did not. But it looks like the Alliance will be here just behind him to finish the job. Uh-oh, Balnazar, newly born into the world and probably about to die. Tichondrius, yeah, he's got Balnazar, Tichondrius, and Deatharok are his heroes. And their combination of abilities, if you're wondering, oh, what is each one like? Well, they've got so many different ones. And I'm not sure which of the 5 he gets these are. But I know for a fact that there's a couple of summons that involve Void Reavers, Void Wraiths and Succubi. Fellhounds. One of them spawns a small portal that spawns only Void Reavers. There's a mana regen. There's your usual Carrion Swarm. There's a Finger of Death ability that's very, very good in the early game. The replacement, one of them is very tanky. He's got good splash damage. Alright, and the Legion might once again... God, this forever siege. Alright, let's go ahead and really look at what Blue has to offer here, because I feel like he's thrown a lot of money into this, but he has easily 3,100 gold. This kind of, you can just take away a couple zeros on this. You can take away a 0, I think. Yeah, 500 is 50. So it's a 10th less. So boom. Boom, and then I just brain blank on it. So that's 1,490 gold, theoretically. It's almost 1,500 gold. On top of the 2,000 he has. Of course, you know, some units require lumber, so he's not going to sell all of it. But he has enough to keep this going, and Motion Sense and the Legion do not have anywhere near much, even between them. Being cucked by your teammates, feels good, man. Darth, how you doing there, buddy? How is your pure evilness going? Oh, he's got all his heroes here. Let's go ahead and just check and see what Twilight Hammer Clan's doing. It's stealing control points, that's right. He's managed to get some units here into where Deathwing rests. Got the control points. Retaking his old land slowly but surely. Bulking up here just to make sure nothing happens, because he doesn't know when the Lich King is going to turn around and decide that he's done with him, right? The Lich King... This is an unknown threat. For him, the Lich King, the obvious answer is, duh, the Legion, let's kill the Legion. Look at this thing. But resting below the very feet, his seat of power. Right below it is this thing that could crumble his empire and I went directly not to it. Where are you? Okay, you're below it. Got it. Right below him. The timing, I'm gonna edit that out. Right below him. Dark Green continues to use his hero group to run around and do nothing. And Legion, the endless siege continues, I assume? Yes. Blue, son of a bitch. Whoa. Chumba. What happened, Belothar? Did you lose somebody important? Prince Valinar could join the fight. Seems like that vampiric aura would be really nice. Well, gotta head to work. Take care, Jay. See you later, and thanks for hanging out, man. See you soon. There's an LTF 3.6. I'm not trusting this. Yeah, that doesn't look trustworthy at all. Just 3.6, I think it is. Alright, Belothar saying, we go in again. This endless fighting. And with fully upgraded units, you can see what we're dealing with. 15 armor. These Doomguards are hitting for almost 100. So are the Abominations. 16 armor. They're just big balls of flesh and anger whacking away at each other. But nothing's changed. They've just managed to keep pace, and now it's all about positioning. The upgrades don't matter. Hello and welcome to Lord on the Formath late game, where the upgrades don't matter and everyone's a winner. No, where the upgrades don't matter and everyone's angry. I'm your host, Azothan. Oh, all right. We have a good time. Oh, Argamon, back up, back up, back up. He's about to be surrounded. Oh, he walks. He's got a big stride. Big boy just took a step over you. Thank God. Suddenly it's not fun in games anymore. Suddenly Blue might actually have some support. But from who? Never Cracker Snatcher. I don't think Cracker's in. He is in there with a unit. Okay, fine, fair enough. Belothar is the god king of soaking up resources in this game and not using them. Dark Horde is slightly behind him, but he's using it. He's dead and dying, but he's used it. Or at least he has control points. I don't know which one it is anymore. I'm lost. This is bananas. I know he has control points located somewhere in the south of the map. And 14 of them at that. Nearly on par with the Lich King. And Cult of the Damned, but Cult of the Damned. It's twice as much. Yeah. Grab. Where'd all the control points go, man? Hey. Looking a little desperate now. There's fewer and fewer pit lords on the map. This is the battle line right about here. Right down the middle. The air units for Blue are able to break through. But you can see where the green stops is where the melee units aren't getting anti-magic shell anymore. But the spillover of these small little unseen summoned zombies. So much health. So passively always there. Oh, and Dispels go off, taking out a number of those Dreadlord summons. I didn't think those were all summons, but this is... Oh, the bad news. Okay, I think we're about to watch the death of Argamond here. Argamond is backed into his very throne. The king is about to fall right before the gateway. Oh God, Zoom with the host. Thank you so much, man. Hello and welcome everyone back to the stream. It's so nice to have you. Guys, I know if you're here, you know about Zoom. If you're watching Lord on the Formath, let's go ahead and give this a pause real quick. Make sure that we give him a shout out, guys. Go check out Zoom. Does a lot of Lord on the Formath content, a lot of custom maps, a lot of trolls versus elves, farmers versus hunters. Non-stop exploring new maps. Today I think I saw him doing 2 more that I can't even remember the name of because I started to watch and was like, right? Life of a peasant? Pimp my what? I just want to play King Leopold maps. Zoom, that weird little kid, is
Go subscribe to him or something. He needs your money, because he's cool.
Seriously though, go check out Zoomcast. I'm still waiting for the Twilight's Hammer to make a move. He's never going to. He's just waiting and building and stealing control points and being a dingleberry. Hi Frostwolf, good to see you. Whoa. So Zoom, how was your stream today, man? Tell us about it. Oh. Oh, do not tell me. Run. Run. God damn it, Archimon. Run. Run. Run right now. Is he just stuck in... Is that chain real? Is that a real chain that he just can't get around? Is that a true and actual no getting around it kind of physical barrier that we're looking at right there? Like, that ghostly green nonsense, right? Oh, it's not! You just were being dangerous!
Run so far away, and I run so far away. Why?
Why you no run when you have chance? Now you are in corner that no have... Oh, fuck. It's an epic last stand. I shouldn't be doing it in injustice. Ooh, and Nubarak's like, no, 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 no. No ring around the gateway. We're not playing that game. Come here. Shh, 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 shh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep and go die. Tell Sargeras I said hi. I'll see him soon. Carve his eyes out with a spoon. Boom. Legion. What is this like, Mace? Making Christmas, la la la. Oh my god, he just died. Alright, well, good news is Saffron has got all of his ultimate heroes all above level 10, and we're going to watch the player here in just a minute. Now, the Legion's dead. He's probably gonna leave. I don't know. Still have about 45 minutes left in this game, so I'm confused if this person just hasn't told us when things start to suck. I love that he's left Necrosh dead all game. Just now, level 3, everyone else full, we just want the big ones. And if you're just joining us for this part, General Vizax, Cho'Gall, and General Erudex making up the forces of the Twilight Hammer clan, formerly the Dragon Maw clan, once of the evil, now of the old gods. And he's just been hanging out deep beneath Northrend's taint, for lack of a better word. Literally, like just right around the corner, through a portal right here, boom, pops you out right into the Lich King's fucking lap. And B. Lothar's just kind of like, oh yeah, just let it happen. We got a couple of these big ice crown obelisks. I love the idea of it's omnipotent. It's a huge structure into which we place all of our hopes and dreams and make just nobody tips it over. I hope nobody tips it over. Who would tip it over? I love that voice because you can say the weirdest things in that voice and it sounds totally believable for all intents and purposes. Because that's such a sweet voice. Oh, I heard about your friend Timothy. Yeah, I think your sister's friend Rachel said he's hung like a moose. I thought to myself, you know, who hangs a moose? That's terrible. Very inefficient way of killing a moose. It's a dangerous creature. Why would you waste time with the whole pomp and circumstance? I don't understand. Alright, back to the actual game. And a sea shanty or two, it looks like. Fiend, did you betray your undead allies yet? Nope, still doing nothing. Sitting his happy little booty here. I guess the Alliance could be assaulting him, theoretically. We haven't been checking in on the Alliance's hero groups in a while. Back up to trouble, taking back Strathholm, the High Elves. Belothar, okay. Chumba, what about you? Protecting? Yeah, I'd be protecting my base too if I was you. The Spartacus. And the Fellowship of the Ring. It's kind of ridiculous how accurate that is. It's 5 heroes and a bunch of demis, and they're just running around the world, getting pains in the butt. Oh, right, they're back all the way in Death Knell. Congratulations, Spartacus. A little bit more of a presence in Western Lordaeron. Darkheart's doing amazing, says Bob Awesome. They're doing okay. Hey, what's up, Zargo? Pleasure to have you join us, man. Motion Sense. Just fucking try it, dude. He's in the game. He's got a bunch of money, stuff, and things, but I don't think he wants to play. I think he just walked away from the keyboard after a certain point with, What I'm not getting is the passivity of this Twilight Hammer Clan player. He's just got a few control points back where he used to be, and he hasn't expanded or done anything. And I can't tell if the game just bugged out or what's happening. No, he's making units. He's doing things. He's got Faceless Ones and Faceless Ones Deathbringers, which are all awesome. Ooh, who got destroyed? Bob Awesome? That was Archimond, the Defiler. Legion's only hope. Now it's down to Motion Sense all by himself with no help at all. I'm thinking Spike Spiegel could join Legion, or join the Dark Horde. Make it kind of fun, right? That would be neat. Warglaves of Azonoth sitting on Lorthamar Theron, and a couple of Wizard's Cloaks making you overthink everything could easily lead to the corruption of your entire people. I think that's a reasonable assumption to make. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't? But that does seem to be how Warcraft lore goes, doesn't it? It's like, he was gifted an ancient sword long ago, and we found out that thing was just filled with feral energy, just slathered in the shit. I don't know how I wasn't paying attention. And years later, Kael'thas convinced us to ally with demons. That's fucking whole story. That's the retcon version anyway. Everyone who played Warcraft 2 or 3 is like, actually, there was some pretty interesting stuff going on. Once you dug into the lore that they decided to put in at the time, it doesn't exactly make them co-op, dual campaigns make sense, but you get up like this whole reason discussion, and they go, no, Blizzard's that magic weapon bad. Cut up Kael'thas' head, but he's still alive. It's cool. How many times? It's like, I get on things like Twilight, or what was that dumb one that had the brothers, the Winchester brothers? It's Supernatural. Supernatural's not that bad. I actually enjoyed quite a few of the seasons, but it went on really long and it got really ridiculous with this exact trope of bringing dead people back, which I hated, and they just keep doing it. And every time an author does it, they're like, no one's ever done this before. No one's ever done this before. Oh, I'm sure. Sorry, I've completely stopped shoutcasting and gone into a tirade. A complete shutdown on Azothan 101 has led to a traffic jam leading to absolutely no content being produced. I'm your host. No. Oh, alright, let's pause this and watch the burger. Alright, hold on. I really do need to turn this off for the exact purpose of what I'm doing right now anyway. Disable mouse scroll right now, there we go. Exit the game. And let it get a little bit into it. And let's go close in and examine the battlefield. Hellstones dropped by our Chumbawamba player, specifically his priest. It's going to be very helpful. Arcanists can spell steal. They have a storming aura, which increases the damage of nearby allies. Something like that. And arcane chrysalis, which I'm absolutely sure is super helpful to everyone. What? That you said nothing there. I know, shut up. Then there's heals going off. Dalaran runes increase the attack and damage speed. All of that is just regular buffs, right? These are all your inner fires. These are all your like passive little healing wards you see in the background here. And I like to see that Chumbawamba has such a nice complement of various units spread around. However, this is going to require more than he's putting in the fight. Now, Spartacus has his heroes on the front line. They're all fully upgraded. Again, upgrades don't matter this late in the game. Anti-magic spell shield, and Ronan Dragonheart using Starfall. That's what matters. Kael'thas, flame striking the middle here, that's what matters. Getting as many AoEs and free summons as you can on this front line to delay and let those things take place is exactly what matters right now. The rest of it's fluff. He needs to have these Tearsfall counselors up here whipping ass, dropping down as many units as he can to keep this choke point alive while those things happen. Now let's see it go. Or will they be overwhelmed and immediately have to pull back? I hope not. Come on, Eowyn. It's happening. It's working. Look at it. It's perfect. Oh, and somebody here has the Skull of Gul'dan and is dropping down fireballs on the undead army. I'll find out which one of you mofos have it. Ah, it's Kael'thas Sunstrider with the Skull of Gul'dan. There he is. Verdant Sphere, 10 intelligence, activate to restore 125 mana to all nearby units, including the caster, every 35 seconds. It's so good. Use Verdant Sphere. It's so good. You see all these almost, like, not full guys? Just, oh, mana's back. Let's summon more stuff. Let's do all our spells. That's how that works. Try to keep that in mind. I know it's hard. There's a lot of items, a lot of heroes, a lot of spells, a lot of things going on. You can't always be bothered to learn everything. Let's see, up north. Oh, come on. Fiend, are you ever help your ally? Oh, he is in that fight. Never mind. I thought it was all blue. Now I feel like a dick. Let's see if any permanent losses by a Spartacus yet. No, his hero group almost untouched health-wise. He's retreating, however, despite Dalaran summoning a bunch of arcane elementals with his constructionists. Alright, they don't want to push too far from Dalaran. I don't blame them. Going into Silverpine Forest seems like a sure way to overextend yourself, and the undead are already producing more units in expectation of it. The Alliance realizes they're the next thing. The Legion's dead. I mean, I don't know if Motion Sense is actually trying. He's making some units. Okay. He's got Nefarian, he's got Voon, he's got Terran Gorefiend. 1,000 gold, needs to get some lumber. But it looks like Blackrock is rising from the ashes once more. They might start to influence the fight. Oh, well, says Motion Sense. Come on. It's not over yet, buddy. Twilight's Hammer, what you up to, buddy? Are you going to try to aim the throne? There's nothing for me to do. GG's. You're making units. You're doing things. Stay in there, buddy. Oh, God. Speaking of the thing, the undead know that too, and the real assault has begun. Cult of the Damned, Forsaken, and Lich King throwing their full might to this, all of them leading with abominations. We start to see this. This is where the game comes down to battle lines. Melee battle line here, right in the middle, snaking down. Got the ranged units a little bit too close to the melee battle line, and that means that there is minimal micro for the undead to do if they can get their catapults up on the front line. They don't even have to worry about maybe they're attacking their melee along with your melee, because your casters are also the melee. This is about to be turned bad, and purple's going to have to retreat. The line is too close to the casters. Back it up, or you're going to lose a lot of units. Dark green, get in there, buying some time. It looks like purple wants to hold confidently, but it's not good enough. I know you've been doing well this whole time. You've had other things to stand behind. Back up, back up. Retreat to the gates. You can see Dark Green wants to, but Chumba's just like,
I got this. I'm going to handle...
No, don't lose your whole army, Chumba. Chumba the feed, Chumba. Chumba the feed. Upgrades don't matter, but feeding heroes matter, bro. Oh, that was a massive amount of units that just died. And the undead now fill the entire plain leading up to Dalaran. Sorceresses are a little low on mana. Hopefully Kael'thas will remember to use his Restore. Everything's low on mana in the back here. Oh, he doesn't have Lich King. No, not yet. Because Arthas is still with Dark Green. Believe me, he wants it. But Arthas Menethil, level 10, King of Lordaeron. I don't know if he can be corrupted at this point. And now Dalaran is under assault by the true might of the undead.
What do you do here?
My God, something beautiful has happened. An old god agent has been dropped on the ground. What? This interference could mean the Alliance has hope. The old god, 5,000 health, its tentacles smacking, thrashing, hurting everything nearby, picking up monstrous bugs and throwing them down, cracking their chitinous shells upon the ground, wrecking them. I rise from the abyss. What is that like? Oh. Snapperon getting in some free hits right now, and Lorthamotharon terrifyingly close to dying on the front line, keeping. He's back and forth, relying again. You've got to realize, yes, there's a lot of healing going off. Each player knows what he's in charge of. For example, Lorthamar is casting his AoE heal on the front line, and the other elite units trying to keep them alive. Purple casting chain heals as well to try to do what he can, hoping these cooldowns are just enough to stay ahead of the massive amount of damage that's being pumped out. And Darth Maul, out of nowhere, might have been what keeps him alive. It's a brief respite, but it is a respite. And oh, hello. Darth Maul is making his move, baby. Take care, Bozo. I'll see you next time. Sleep well. Who controls the old god agent? Twilight Clan? That's right, Bob. Oh, and the undead has been awoken. Gotta go kill Yogg, he says. I'm on purple. Alright. Everyone now thinks they have to go kill the old gods, realizing this is no longer an optional thing. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Oh, alright, and the Blood Elves have gotten Aethys Sunreaver. Congratulations to them. I don't care! Back to the fight here! Oh, whoa, this is bad for the Twilight Chamber clan. Shh. He's about to die horribly. And I mean horribly. Oh, no, General. One hot. I think he's a one... Might be General V, Aerodax. General Vzax is down. Twilight's Hammer Clan crushed. And a huge spawn of Nerubian guards. Yeah, you need to leave with whatever heroes you have left right now. Cho'Gall, get out. General, get out. Everyone retreat. Run, run, run. Sell your lumber and get ready for a siege, buddy, because this is a bad situation and you lost that whole delicious army. Remember that whole thing? I was just like, yeah, that's beautiful. Look how... look how beautiful that turned out. It's so filled with joy and happiness. And it's bees! Oh. It's filled with corpses and diseases. This is the worst pinata ever. I'm never coming back here.
We're under attack.
We are under attack. And there's reasons for that. They mostly have to do with who we are as people and what we've done. Why we have undead fighting the old gods? What's going on? Zargo, that's right. Look at Loader on the format and what has happened. Pink says I can hold them solo. Oh, you fucking wish. All of your range doesn't affect his elites. You have to vote. No, none of your ranged outside of hero attacks affects his elites. Leaving only your ranged guy back here to fight, it's just Dark Green that'll fuck you up. Look at Bean. Oh, is she not dead? Oh, the shockwave. Oh, it's rude. The orc hero at the top of THC, that's called Necrosh Skullcrusher. He's an early game orc hero who is one of the few heroes that player has that doesn't dictate the future levels of anybody else. So a lot of people like to just kill him off, not give him levels, so that their other heroes will soak up more experience, and when they get event level heroes, those heroes will also be higher level. And just screw Necrosh, who's kind of a middling hero anyway. And the old gods are dropping agents all over the place. One here in Quel'Tha Lost now, and he's queuing up some faceless ones. Time to take over the world. Better drink my own pee. What did you get here, General Vivax? How did you do that? Oh, Cho'Gall. Oh, now he's getting him. Cho'Gall and General are in bad shape. No gate. And I'm guessing no teleport. Tell the fuck apart. Ah, I know he doesn't want to give up Yogg-Saron, but you got him, man. It's over. I don't know if you can get Deathwing without him, but it's time to leave, Smack. Come on. He's a big tumor, baby. He never loved you. Look at that mouth. I know you secretly thought you had dreams about copulating with the big, giant, evil tumor. I get it. Look at it from a practical point, man. Sharp teeth. Spiky. It's not gonna happen. Bail out. Bail out! And General gets murdered. Cho'Gall teleports out and then starts running back immediately. I hope General Aerodax isn't a single-time hero. That would suck. Yeah, Darkreign's elites are a nightmare for any ranged army, essentially immune to everything except hero attacks. But only ranged. They can get meleeed right out of their minds. Keep that in mind. Oh, these poor apothecaries. Like, we've got this. Watch us do no damage to anyone. Is that an extremely high-level hero with probably an insane amount of armor? And abilities that reduce damage on hit? Perfect! Let me give it a whack. Patchwork, finally level 10, has been brought to the front lines. They're not messing around anymore. The undead are bringing out the big guns. He's had Patchwork parked in Northrend the entire game, probably fearing, rightfully, that he was going to get aimed down, murdered, wrecked. Do you think that's what's going to happen, folks?
I think that's what we're about to see happen. I'm really happy. It's gonna be a good day.
Azothan, we play some LTF. Yes, of course, Pota. That's the whole point of the Shoutcast right now, is we're about to lead ourselves into a load on the format, so that way people who've been watching this going, oh my god, what? Huh? Really? That? Could I? Yes! That's the whole thought process right there. Boom. Belothar? What? The murder of a big tumor? Did you just bash the brain tumor of the Earth? Congratulations. You're a glorified lancing object. Your corruption is only slightly less obscene than that corruption. What would be better? The old gods would probably have more suffering overall. Maybe. Why do I care? Alright guys, Twilight Hammer Clan is now out of the game. It really is just the Alliance in their last bastion of hope. Dalaran stands alone. It's last hour. I don't know if he's supposed to get 3 Phoenixes, but it's awesome, and I love it. The Blood Elves should absolutely get 3 Phoenixes. Avenging spirits of Quel'Tha Lost's wrath. I like the idea. I want to play some CHS. We're going to do a Lord on the Formath, and then we'll do a CHS after that. But we should definitely lead into a Lord on the Formath, don't you think? Or do you think we should do a Custom Hero Survival? No, let's do a Lord on the Formath, and then we can do a Custom Hero Survival. Even if you feel like you need a break, we should... Oh, come on, Dark Green. What are you doing there? Why are you targeting him? Okay. Please. Please don't be a dick. Aowen. They have amazingly powerful heroes that are good at buffing armies. Oh, and Patchwork meets them alone. Alright, Spartacus, keep those elites and heroes on the front line. I know there's a lot of bright effects going on, and sometimes it's easier to just turn them off completely. I do wonder what that would look like. I should try one where I just completely turn off all of the effects, like spell effects, super low on everything, and just see if that clears up some of the clutter so we can see what's going on, but I doubt it. There's always a lot of visual clutter, and you need it, right? You need it to see that there's stuff to dispel, otherwise it would be infuriating, but in shoutcasting mode sometimes it can be like, what's under there? Shadow Council player left. And games like this generally end when everyone agree it does, but people who are reasonable, they're like, yeah, of course, you won. If you get upset if someone's like,
I still have a unit hidden somewhere on the map, you haven't won yet.
Don't play this game, because it will make you mad if someone you will find people like that. Who cares? They're children. You know you've beaten them. They're dead. They're out. They're done. Now, sometimes we'll watch a replay and go, I think that guy still had a pretty big army and maybe we could have, but not usually. I'm usually on the side of the guy like, don't let people harangue you into staying if you know you've won. But this is a huge Alliance army. Of course, the undead, based on the control points, probably gonna win. The Alliance have 0 and 1 and 1. They have 2 control points. The undead have 48. They have 28 times more control points. 2,800% more. You know, do some more gladiators later too. I'd love that. All right. Now, it sucks that Lothar managed to get some of his Nerubian Guard spawns inside here. That always disrupts the battle lines and kind of muddies what's going here on the front lines as far as AoEs and shots going on. Luckily, it doesn't look the Shadow Resonance Orbs. The Alliance army is suffering some AoE damage. They need to get this back left pocket out of the way. That seems to be where most of it is. Ow, ow, ow. Those Shadow Rip Orbs we saw earlier, tearing through them. Again, if you see a big surge of what looks like terrible, ugly, undead energy right in an area, just back up for a moment. Hit that Alt button. Check and see where the AoE damage is being done. Alright, all the units nearby this crystal are dying, and there's still 3 crystals standing for Dalaran. This will be the first of at least, I'd say, 3 assaults. The Alliance will hold. They have too many invulnerabilities left from these crystals. Ah. Got one of their golems in, but it died pretty quickly. There's no way for them to access these siege. The siege units are going to be the death of them. They're going to kill the crystals. They're going to kill your casters. They're going to target. You can see every time those siege units mass target an area, that's where the Alliance health drops. Right there. Ugh. Flying units. That's what he needs to use these Phoenix for. Fly around behind, up or around. I'm just saying, if I was him, I would have taken these Phoenix and flown them up and around. Tried to target down the meat wagons. That's just... You can see how much damage those meat wagons are doing. Oh, the plague on top of it. God, he's fully upgraded. Oh, he's not. He's not even fully upgraded on those things and they're doing that much damage. Christ above. Please move them. Or just keep taking the balls to the face. Sure, sure. If that's the kind of trooper you are, you know what? I believe in you there, big guy. Come on. That's right. You don't need that. Who needs to move their units? Who needs to kill siege? It's fine. I fucking love it when you do this. Ah, it's very good targeting by Gray, and I know I'm rooting for the underdog right here. Obviously we are. Cracker Snatcher's doing a great job of targeting. Now, yeah, if you want to get in a little bit closer to this fight, it is kind of the penultimate fight, probably. The undead are really good here. They're managing to bring their units in close while keeping the ranged units just far enough away to allow future melee units to squeeze through, keep filling those gaps, and allow the ones that need to run away to hopefully get out. There's a little blockage there. Looks like some elites might get lost. Darkfall and Blood Knights. Blue starts to freak out a bit. Retreats his whole army at that feeling. He's like, fuck. Taking some damage. And I love Lorthamar chasing literally his carbon copies out, like, get them out of here. You dress like me? I am me. Do you understand? I am the original. Alright, Lorthamar versus Lorthamar in blue. Nice use of Skull Gul'dan back on the other army, but these anti-magic shells, mass anti-magic shells, wildly decreasing the effectiveness of the Alliance backlines, and we've got more siege finally finding their range here. Fiend with the meat wagons, he's probably got the improved plague from taking over several bases like this one, Terran Mill. Sylvanas can establish bases around the continent and increase the plague with each one she gets. Eventually she can betray and get the ultimate plague, but that's not pretty good. It's still pretty good. The Alliance is getting whittled away. The mass part of Purple's army is mostly gone, and now it's down to the pure, chunky, strong, survivable hero groups. And it looks like, oh, they're tempted. They want to pull back into the Dalaran dungeons, I can tell. I don't blame them, man. This has got to be the end of the game. Unless Pink just out of nowhere, right, out of nowhere, flips over and decides he wants to be Night Elves. Careful there, Dark Green. Don't get your heroes stuck outside that wall. Keeps running. The Lordaeron captains are this stern fucking ahead of it. And there's the Starfall activated, but someone shut him up immediately. Or he freaked out and Ronan stopped casting, but that Starfall didn't go for very long at all. Is he silent? Yep. Yep. Look at that. Eowyn. Silence. Boom. Level 4. I'm guessing same thing on Ronan. Holy gods. That Sylvanas Windrunner was waiting to drop the silence the minute that Starfall happened. That was one of the few things that could have pushed the undead army back for a moment. And with that, patiently waited for. Oh. It's kind of bad. Sylvanas, great job. Shutting him up. Alright, Aether Sunreaver can apparently cast Voodoo? I have no idea actually what he's casting right there. But he gets a silence as well. Sylvanas is just handing out silences. You get one. You get one. She's the Oprah of silences. Alright, the undead are really starting to chew through. This is a weird thing to like. But I like these stone form gargoyles. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. They open up this weird pathway and frustration for the Alliance. The Alliance now can't use that for their own units, and it kind of like creates a little sheltered area for Blue's units to get in there. You know, it changes the choke point not to favor Blue, but towards his favor at least, somewhat. And interrupts them, which I love, gives them another thing that they have to attack. These things are just constantly regenerating health. Even if you do accidentally attack them, it's probably not going to do much. It's great. And here comes the final attack. The undead army has managed to slip in more units. There's no real choke point to speak of. Now the choke point's dead down this center right here. And it's about to break through. The undead are only contained on this side. This side's Alliance. Undead Alliance, Undead Alliance, Undead Alliance, and it's about to change. Woo. No, there goes, there goes, there goes. They used one of the invulnerabilities. Brilliant. I mean, they waited a long time, but now the undead has to wait. Humanity has one more night beneath the sun. That's not how that works. One more day beneath the sun. Another type of starfall. Okay, surrenders, thank you. Everyone gets a silence. Pato says, can you help me? I feel I have such a dark minimap, and I feel I don't know how to make it brighter. Huh. You could make your overall game brighter, and I don't know how to do specifically the minimap. Just acting like a child care worker, just backhanding mouthy children anytime they act up. Sit in your corner, be quiet. You talk up, you're getting a silence. She doesn't say, like, I'm gonna hit you, right? That's because she's the abusive... Oh my god, is she the abusive childcare worker? It's like, do you want a silence? Do we have to give a silence? And everyone's like, oh, that's what we call a timeout, you know. We go and we put them in a room and we ask them to sit silently in the corner and not interact with anyone for 20 minutes. What they actually do is they go in there and, like, just a real good across the face, and then the 20 minutes is for the kid to sit in there crying, and no one's gonna go in there because that's part of the punishment, right? You don't want to mess with the therapy. That's how the rules work. If you go in there, you're going to mess up the progress. And then if you go in there and the kid's crying, then they're like, it happens. They have to cry it out, right? We can't be helicopter parents. You gotta let them cry it out. It's good for them. They're not used to not interacting with other people, and it can be uncomfortable for them. And one of the ways that children know how to communicate is through crying, so that's what they do. And they're like, they also say that you hit them. It's like, children understand a few things. Crying is one of them, and they also understand lying. We call it the old crying lying theory. And once we can break them of these things, it's better for them overall. But we have to realize that we train them early on to accept that if they cry or they tell a parent a lie, they can get what they want. That's what we're here to break. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm glad. This is awesome. Great therapy. Speaking of things that aren't... Speaking of the rapey, this is happening. Oh, what is this? A sudden surge? Oh, what is this? A sudden surge? What is this? A sudden surge? There you go, that Jon Snow. Yeah, the Alliance is actually going to turn this back because for some reason Sylvanas is gonus. Sylvanas, not engaged. Okay, they're just kind of letting Blue try to do a thing. Patchwork nearly dies in Dalaran, trying to run away. Oh, on fire and chased by phoenixes. This thing is hell on earth, a battlefield like Warhammer 40k would be proud of. Long dead gods and ancient behemoths. Men clad in armor, wielding sword and musket, fighting demons and undead alike. For the Emperor. I think it... Oh, Lorthamar, gotta get out of there. Even with your 20% dodge chance, you are still eating the Kirks if you don't get out. Spike! It's dead. Warblade of Archimond and Scepter of Sargeras. And what? He had that? Okay, that's awesome for them. Death and Decay going down now in the background, and no one's moving. Can't even see because of the fire in the air. Wow. Alright. Battle line is now here. Oh, nope. Nope, nope. Battle line's here. This side's undead, this side's Alliance. It's going to start changing, and as you see more of the green anti-magic shells cover up, and never mind, there's a Tranquility effect going off, and several AoE heals on the Alliance line. I can't believe they're holding this. This is bananas. Ooh, that AoE stole the heart out of them, and I think the Siege just started to get their range. Yep, Siege units just started to get their range. Meat wagons from all sides. Literally, blue, gray, and pink Siege wagons have all just got their range dialed in, and now it's going to hit harder. Ow, ow. What is this? Dark Green trying to carve the heart out of the undead army. Managed to break through the front gate. Now he's confronted by Patchwork, who's full health and full of vigor. And oh, he breaks through. Immediately engages Eowyn and Ronan on the front lines. And okay, now it's going to be Sapphiron and Patchwork leading the charge. This is good news in no way whatsoever. Oh god, and there comes the flight with Sapphiron accompanying them. That's okay, good news for them. Oh, by the way, the Alliance is completely crushed. I don't know if I'm mentioning that or it's not super clear right now, but they're dead. Sapphiron's just managed to find the heart of the caster army there. Dalaran Mage is going down. Now Ronan being targeted by all of the air units. This is... It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. They're just gonna sit. Damn it, when it wears off, we finish them. Oh, that's the end. That's the end of the Alliance. Their money store is 269 for Dalaran, but that's all of their money. A Spartacus, 82. Spike Spiegel, 0. The Undead, in the meantime, Fiend's got 2,400. B. Lothar's total, he could have 7,000. Between Lumber and... oh, that's brutal. And Cracker Snatcher, what do you look like, buddy? He's 562. He's got double what they have. On his own. Oh, that's really rough. Rand says, I'm back. I got a channel you should check out on YouTube sometime when you're bored. Okay. That's neat, Rain. Thanks for telling us about it. I'll have to check them out. Alright, not the Plague Bringer. It's the end. Ah, they're trying to put down shield generators one more time. Aiming it. Cult says no. Even our ghouls are now ridiculous. I love the fact that eventually the Necromancers summon ghouls for like 3 minutes. Late game. Cult is so funny. I love that it has a curve to it that makes you feel like your casters get better and progress over time. It's so well thought out. And Eowyn surrounded by the undead. This is the end, guys. Three control points versus 48. Yeah, I think we saw that. Eowyn still stands pretty confidently there. What the hell? She is literally fighting gods, demons, undead. Oh my, she's standing proud. Continued summons of arcane elementals from the back here. Love the constructionists, the last of their kind, trying to thwart push. It's not gonna work. We can all see that countdown timer. No, Molly Brown. Not today. It's over. Oathmar, Garethos, Arthas, all the heroes in the back. There's nothing they can do to stop this unbeatable tide of undead. Fall of Dalaran. Our souls are free. Flankers, thanks for joining us today, man. How you doing? In the arms of an angel. Oh. I don't know it. Good night, Dalaran. Sleep tight. Don't let the undead bite. Don't let the frost bite? That works better. Dark Green, if you get your stupid heroes out of here one more time, he's like, nope. Didn't actually beat me. Oh, Frost Towers will give you a little scare there, won't they? Chumba. Come now. A 3-hour game, man. I understand being a little salty at the end of it. It's not a shit path, though. Eowyn was a badass. Ooh.
this moment on, Outland and all of its denizens will bow to me.
In the desperate search for magical power, the Blood Elves have aligned themselves with the Naga and War Chief Kargath of the Fellhorde. A new power rises in Outland, led by Elid and Stormrage. The Illidari have defeated Magtheridon. He has been locked within Hellfire Citadel and drained for his fell blood. The Pit Lord's demon blood will feed the Fellhorde and allow creations of demon hunters. The Fellhorde of Outland has joined with the Illidari. He's not there anymore though, so that sucks. But you can see that even this late in the game, things could still be happening. How ridiculous is this? Lorder on the Formath has shown us that custom maps can be so much more than just a quick little bit of fun. It can be that fan idea that we had in our head, that dream when we played Warcraft 3 and that campaign talked about these huge battles and we saw the city spread out before us during the cinematics. You know what I mean? The cinematics that really like went, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like? Oh my god. I get the feeling there's supposed to be more than like 12 units on the map. And then this comes in, it's like, I think I figured out how many units I want on the map. How many options? Oh, alright. Well, congratulations. That is the end of the game. Oh! I didn't look at the stats. Sorry. I'm gonna go.